Everyone, this is the Vibrant Temptress.
Dating at the moment, keeping me in the moment. I that you hadn't known it. Why don't you say so? Didn't even notice. No punches that to roll with. You got to keep me focused. You wanna say so?
And today I'm going to be telling you how to transform into your best self. So we all have an ideal best self and this person that we visualized we would love to be, but due to obstacles, responsibilities, different roles that we've taken on, we sometimes have failed to take on that role that we truly want to be. I truly believe that we all have a soul purpose, and along the way things get in our way. And the way that I look at it is, when we're not being our best selves, when we're not living to our fullest expectations, we begin to feel like life is dull. So many transformations in my life where I honestly feel that these 5 tips have been the most helpful for me. So the very first one is self-doubt. If you're doubting yourself, then it's not gonna happen. You need to let go of self-doubt, because so many people unfortunately are already doubting you. So the way I look at it is, that's the first step, because it's important for us to be our biggest fans. There's so many creators out there who have had so many ideas and so many people doubted them, but guess what? They didn't doubt themselves. They found ways to keep it pushing and they were able to accomplish those goals. And so many times it happens that until you're able to accomplish those goals on your own, then people start believing in you, people start asking you for advice. So I look at it like, you may have ideas that are powerful and can be successful, but if you lose the courage, they'll never happen. An example that I school state, I was getting my bachelor's degree, and during midterms, the most difficult time, I wanted to apply to grad school, knowing that I was gonna have midterms and at the same time, all these essays that I had to do to be able to get into graduate school. So I had so many people tell me, you're not gonna be able to do that. There's not enough time. How are you gonna be able to find all that balance? And guess what? Like I've said before, I use that as motivation. I use that motivation of people saying that I couldn't do it to apply and work on those essays 10 times stronger. So whatever it is that you have, let go of self-doubt and start getting encouraged by maybe people not being open to you being able to explore your strengths. If you're unhappy with what you're currently doing, start really thinking and reflecting, like, what is it that I do that gets me excited, that gets me going, that makes me actually look forward to it? Think of it like things that don't look like work, things that feel exciting and give you like that drive and that passion and actually make you feel fulfilled, actually make you excited about what you're doing, because life is too short to do the same thing over and over that you don't like to do. And again, there's all these circumstances, right? But I'm telling you, explore your strengths, because chances are you have a strength that no one else has, and only you can make the most use plans. So this is crucial. A lot of times when we're like excited and we want to try these new goals, and we want to start creating new dreams and fulfilling new experiences, we tend to have a huge list and get overwhelmed when things don't happen overnight. So it is so important for you to really create realistic goals and take your time. Remember, it's not always about the destination. Sometimes some of the most exciting times is the journey, because guess what? Like during the journey, you're exploring, you're learning strength, and that's super exciting. So it's important to really embrace it and not be in such a rush to get there. Just enjoy the moment and create lists. I'm really big on lists. I mean, you guys can see it right here. And it doesn't need to happen overnight. That's the most important thing. I would also suggest that if you know someone that has already accomplished this goal, reach out to them, ask them for that support. Do your research too. I'm huge on research. Like, I always do my research whenever I want to try something new. Like, even find ways to learn as much information as you can. And guess what? If no one's done it before, even more exciting, because you will be the person that people start getting research from in the future, right? So which areas of your life your health is lacking in? So the way I look at this is we all have areas in our life that we are neglecting. So which area in physical health, it could be spiritual health, mental health, emotional health. There's so many different ones that we can be lacking due to all the things that we have to do, right? Like it's so important, but we're all so aware, but at the same time, we forget about it, right? So if you feel like you need a therapist or you need a support group, seek that support. If you know that you've been eating a lot and it's not the healthiest for you and you're feeling kind of sluggish, try to change your diet slowly, drink some more water. You are surrounding yourself a lot with like draining people that aren't good for your health. Get rid of those people. This is a transformation that's super exciting because it's all about you, but it requires for you to make a lot of changes. And that's when I created these changes. I had to do so much to be able to get to where I'm at. I had to ask myself, like, what areas in my life am I neglecting? It takes so much reflecting and so much inner work. And I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's something you do by yourself. It requires a lot of support, but it's also exciting because guess what? You begin to prioritize yourself. This one is crucial. I know that there's a lot of individuals out there, you know, we got families, we got kids, we got jobs, we got bills, we got so many responsibilities that at times prevent us from being able to prioritize ourselves. But I'm telling you, okay, I was working a full-time job, I was working a part-time job, and I was working as a graduate student. And on top of that, I was trying to take care of my health and I was trying to like hold it down at home and be connected with everyone. And guess what? I was still able to do it because what I realized that I needed to work on my boundaries. So what I started doing was really on saying no, because a lot of times we say yes when we really want to say no. Identifying time wasters. So really looking at your schedule and figuring out like, what is it that I can remove out of here? Like, am I watching TV a little longer than I should? Am I working that extra job for no reason? Like, if that's not the case, well then wake up earlier. But I'm telling you, there's so many different ways that you can prioritize yourself, but at the same time accomplish those goals. I want to give a story just so that you guys could get an idea of like a change that I went through so that I could kind of get to where I'm at right now. When I was 18 years old, I moved out from home. I decided that I wanted to move and go to another state, and I told myself I'm gonna go to school, I'm gonna continue with my job right there. And at the time I was working at Subway, and I'm not gonna say there's anything wrong with working at Subway because we all have our ways that we have to pay our bills, right? But I ended up moving out there. I was in a relationship and I really thought that I had it all figured out. But you know what? I quickly started realizing that my life was just going downhill. I was seeing myself working at Subway every single day. I couldn't find a way to get to school because guess what? There was no Uber, there was no Lyft, there was no transportation to get to that school. And I just visualized my life going downhill, doing the same miserable thing every single day. And oh my God, it felt horrible. I was just like, I can't live my life like this. Like, I'm meant to do so much more. So luckily, you know, I snapped out of it and I was just like, this isn't what I'm meant to do. Like, I'm not sure what I'm meant to do, but I know that I'm meant to do more than this. So I moved my butt back to LA, apologized to my parents because, you know, I was like, can I go back home? And I came back home, I enrolled in school, and I'm not saying school's for everybody. Tell me why I go in there. There's only like 2 classes left that are luckily general ed classes that I was gonna need. And I remember I just applied and I had to like crash these other classes, and I was just so lost, guys, and so confused and just so like curious what my life was gonna be like moving forward. And I had no idea what I was doing, just like some of you will feel. But guess what? I figured it out day by day with trial and error. There was so many mistakes that I made, but I was able to get it together and find the thing that I have such a passion for, which is giving support, as a marriage family therapist, which I'm still working on, okay? I still got one more year to go, but guess what? I was able to do it, and that's why I know that you guys can do it. So if you really want to transform yourself, guys, start making those changes because you are capable of doing it. And I'm gonna end it with this little quote that I saw. Sometimes the smallest step in the right direction ends up being the biggest step of your life. So with that said, you just really never know. That small little change that you make might transform your life entirely. So if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe if you're interested in learning more about this, because I have a lot more to say about it.